hiphopandwrestling.com. My name is VSOP.
Nick Trav, everybody. Y'all remember me?
Jey Uso lost the world championship to Gunther. And not only did he lose it, there was no shenanigans whatsoever. He lost straight up clean, which I thought the match itself was pretty great because of the story that they told based off all the punishment that Jey was taking in his matches leading up to this one, which Gunther had warned him about, right? So the story was, playing against his ribs and whatnot. But I'm still surprised. I just knew that Jey was going to win, win like maybe by a hair. Gunther would shake his hand out of respect afterwards, but nope. Put him in the sleeper and it was a wrap. So what did you think about that match and just Jey Uso's reign altogether?
I figured it was going to happen. I don't know. I think it was time. Even though Jey is great and I do like Jey, I don't know. I think it's better on Gunther, the championship. And it just kind of makes sense to me because Gunther kind of belongs at the top. He's just always winning. And it's still dope that Jey took it off of him.
Right.
Make him tap.
Yeah. I mean, Jey had his WrestleMania moment. So that was pretty cool.
Every title reign ain't meant to be long.
True. I mean, transitional champions are transitional champions, right? There's nothing new. We've had them. We just haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it either. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, if you riding a hot streak, you just put the belt on them. Let that hot streak, be what it is.
Right.
Take advantage of it. That's what happens in sports. When teams get hot, they go on to win championships. Then they'll have a losing record the next year. It happens in sports all the time.
True. Even in UFC, you might win the title, have your glory moment, and then your first defense is gone. But I guess in the case of Jey Uso, his two singles titles were both short reigns. In the case of the IC title, what was it, 2-3 weeks maybe? And then for the world title, he only had 2 defenses leading up to this one. This was his third defense. But the first defense was against Seth Rollins, which he barely survived. He won that by DQ. And then he beat Logan Paul, which had shenanigans in that match, right? So it's kind of like this reign seems kind of tainted. I don't think although he lost it, and again, I'm with you in terms of reigns don't have to be year-long, 6 months long. I think it was a weak reign. He was still over. He ain't lost none of his momentum. He's still over as ever. I don't think that is going to go anywhere. I just think the reigns itself is just,
That's where WWE is lost in the fact that they don't have world title matches on television. Outside of the one Seth one, he probably should have. I don't know. He probably could. They could have gave him somebody that he could have just beat clean.
Right.
He could have been maybe Austin Theory came up talking shit, and then Jey was like, "Well, I'll beat you for it, and I'm gonna put it on the line tonight," and then he just beat him. But they don't be doing that kind of shit. But
no. Yeah, I was thinking he was going to hold it to at least SummerSlam because I thought, Seth Rollins got that briefcase, right? So now who's he going to cash in on? Gunther?
No, he's going after the big one. That's my prediction, but I don't know. I know I just saw the rundown you said, but I don't know if I'm skipping ahead. But that's kind of my prediction for Seth. Seth going after the big one.
Yeah, after John Cena was talking that shit last night, I was thinking maybe you're provoking the inevitable.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely.
And then that's how you can easily take it off John and put it on this new heel, coming up. Yeah, I think Seth's going after the big one.
Yeah. Do you think Jay's going to get a rematch against Gunther, or is this it? He's just going to move on, heal his wounds, and then just jump back in the mix?
Actually, so did you watch SmackDown?
Not all the way through. I was watching clips. So
if you look at the brackets, he's in the King of the Ring bracket now.
Oh, really?
Adam Pearce, remember on Monday when they showed the brackets, Adam Pearce was like, he reserved the right to name somebody later. And so now that Jey lost the title, I guess he put Jey into the King of the Ring. So he's in that. He's in the Fatal 4-Way on Monday, the last Fatal 4-Way on Monday.
Okay, that's good to know because I was wondering who that fourth spot was going to be. So now that
he's probably going to win because it's what? Bronson Reed, I think because they're doing something funny because they're doing like so Sammy is going to have to fight Randy, and then Jay Uso. That's why I predict he's gonna win because he's gonna have to wrestle Cody.
All right, so we're gonna get into the King of Ring predictions in depth now. We still got two more matches, two more Fatal 4-Ways, correct? Until we get to the show. But now we have an idea of the full bracket. So now that you've made that clear, yeah, I might be leaning towards what you're saying, but we'll get to that in just a few segments. All right, so if Jay gets into the King of the Ring and makes his way to another title shot at SummerSlam, I don't know, for some reason I thought, even at this Gunther match, I thought maybe Seth was going to run in, after Jay barely escapes Gunther, beats him, and cash in. But I guess that's the one cool thing about Money in the Bank. You just never, ever know.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why that's why I keep saying he's not going after the world title. Mm-hmm. Like, it's funny that they made them interact before, Seth and Gunther, about the whole, I'm gonna win Money in the Bank. I don't know if you remember that segment from Raw a couple weeks ago, but they've had them interact, but it's just gonna be like, that's not. I don't think that's where it's going. I'm wondering what they're really gonna do at Night of Champions, if they're gonna do something, because it's CM Punk and Cena in this title match,
right?
But I still feel like they're going Cena and Cody at SummerSlam.
That's what I was thinking. I thought since Cody got the pin on him at Money in the Bank, he was going to get another title shot at some point. But Cena.
But see, that's why it's also interconnected. I know we talk about King of the Ring later, but it's also interconnected right now, though.
Yeah. And I think that's pretty good in terms of tying all these different people together. It keeps you guessing, and I think everybody should just have heat with everybody. But in this case, Jay's run less than 60 days, 2 defenses, lost on the third one. And in terms of him versus Gunther, it's just like Gunther has his number. I don't know, so I don't know if he's going to be a 2-time champ. Do you think that Jay Uso will win the championship ever again, or was this like a one and done type deal? Like, is he on his Dolph Ziggler type shit?
I think he can get it again, but it has to be soonish. But yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say because this is I don't know. Have they really built up anybody else on Raw besides Seth Rollins to make me feel like could beat Gunther?
Not really. Actually, no. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head any other contenders right now.
Even your old faithfuls like Sheamus, he doesn't even feel like a world title contender right now, and he's been a world champion before.
True.
AJ Styles, he's going after the Intercontinental title. Even Finn's so beat up so bad. It's no, he's not going to. I mean, there's still these other guys out there that can probably beat or say a Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns isn't gonna come back for that. He's gonna come back for the big one.
Well, I thought if Roman Reigns wants to be a Grand Slam champion, then maybe he will come and go after that world title. Which also, Roman Reigns has been noticeably absent during Jay's reign. Didn't even acknowledge him, and now Jay don't even have the title anymore. So I'm like, damn, where was that moment? We didn't even get that moment.
Where that's true. Where he kind of be like, "Oh, good job," or
right. Just some props, a hug or something. He should have came out at WrestleMania. Had it been me for Jay's celebration, since I would have had Roman Reigns come out to celebrate with Jay in the ring. But I guess the tribal chief had other things on his mind, I guess. But
they should have done it at least at WrestleMania, because remember Roman reinvented that night. So yeah, they should have had it at least in the back or something like that.
Yeah,
crossing before, because I understand if you don't want Roman coming to the ring before his match, before the main event, but
right,
they could have done something in the back.
Yeah, they could have done something in the back, and then Jay could have been like, "Yeah, you're going to win your match later too, Oos," and then You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that.
Yeah.
But Gunther facing Goldberg in his retirement match.
Like if they're gonna do the match, you might as well do it for that world title.
I mean, really? Do they have to do it for the world title? I mean, if Goldberg wins,
actually, you're right. They probably didn't. They didn't need that.
They didn't need that at all.
That match.
And the last thing we want is Goldberg squashing Gunther. First of all, the match ain't going to be that long to begin with. Goldberg's going to sell chops and Gunther's offense for longer than 5-7 minutes. I don't think so.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I figured Goldberg come in, try to do a spear, a jacket. Like Goldberg wants to come in. He ain't wrestled in how many years? Maybe 1, 2. How many years has it been since Goldberg wrestled? Yeah, and everything he does has been, with the exception of Undertaker, has been something title related. He just comes in, calls his shot, he gets his shot.
You're next.
Right. I'm next, you're next. However, it just doesn't make sense for him to come in and win, but I don't think for his retirement match he would want to be looking up at the lights either. So it's kind of like, well, why do we have the title in the
that
mix?
Retirement matches though?
I mean, under old tradition, yes, that's typically how it goes. That's typically how it goes. You do the, what do you call it? You do the honors, and you put somebody over. But Gunther's already over. He's been a dominant champion his entire main roster run. Now he just beat Jey Uso, took the title off of him. It doesn't make sense for him to lose the title to Goldberg, but at the same time, I would think that Goldberg being a special attraction would want that pomp and circumstance that, you know what I'm saying? Spear, jackhammer, lock the leg up, get the pin, and then retire the title. But then that would kind of taint it. That'll make Jay's run look even worse and Gunther's run look tainted. So it doesn't make sense to me because I don't see Goldberg saying, yeah, come in, just chop me to death, give me your splash, give me the sloppy bum, and put me in the sleeper. I don't see Goldberg going for that.
No. I don't know then. I don't know, but it's still gonna happen. I know.
It's gonna.
I don't know how it's gonna look, but yeah, I think it's still gonna happen.
Is it a match that you even want to see?
No, never was.
Yeah,
never was. I don't care to see Goldberg in the ring at all anymore.
Yeah, if he was
not because I don't like Goldberg, it's just like I don't care. Yeah. I really just don't. I was there. Like he had one of the coolest runs ever. You know, going undefeated for what was it? How many? 82 or victories straight? 82 and something like that.
It was something ridiculous.
So, and then they made him. He looked cool. He was fucking picking up big dudes, hammering them and shit. I was like, this motherfucker's beast.
Right.
But I still didn't care. I never cared about Goldberg.
I'm with you. I'd much rather see Gunther versus Brock Lesnar, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
They
should have did that when they had the chance. Well,
who
knew, right?
They should have did that a long time ago. But hey, I mean, it's a high profile match. So Goldberg, Gunther, it might be a dream match to some. Not necessarily here between us, but we'll just see how they do it, see how they execute it, and possibly it might be great. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until they do it. But it just seems like a weird, odd pairing. All right, CM Punk versus John Cena, set for the Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia for the world title. And I don't know, I mean, these two have a great chemistry with each other. Every time they've wrestled, their match has been good. Even in the Elimination Chamber, their interactions between each other were good. I think the promos that they're exchanging right now are good, but for some reason, I don't know, I just feel like this is kind of rushed. Like they could nurture this a little bit more, but what do you think about everything?
Because it is rushed. It's just like he came out and then CM Punk comes out and says, no, I'm about to be the one to challenge you. And then Cena's like, yeah, all right. And it was like, okay, that's how they did it, huh?
Right.
Well,
just ask for the shot. So that part right there, CM Punk's first title shot since he's gotten back. He's been back for almost 2 years now. Has had no title shots. He's feuded with the same two people, three if you count Roman Reigns, the entire time. And now he just says, hey, I want a shot. Cena says you're on. And here we are.
So it is rushed. Like they just had, because like you said, you're gonna bring up their schedule, the WWE scheduling. But yeah, it's just like, all right, we're 3 weeks out. We gotta sell this fucking PLE now.
Yeah,
because we're 3 weeks out.
Right.
It's just like, well,
it's like all these big events have been like crammed together, like leading up to WrestleMania, between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. That was a very, very long 6 to 7 weeks. But since then, I feel like we've had a PLE every 2-3 weeks afterwards. Insert a Saturday night's main event here and there. Like, I don't know when the next big break is going to be, but I just figured like a Cena Punk would be a SummerSlam type match. But you made a great point about Cody. So it's like, I don't know. I'm glad. I'll be happy to see it. I feel some. I don't really. I can't recall a great Saudi Arabia pay-per-view or a PLE when I was really like, this one was really, really dope. Maybe the one when it was like Solo and Roman against the Usos. I thought that one was pretty good. And what else? The Crown Jewel.
Last year, King of the Ring, King of the Ring.
Actually, those two were good. So never mind. They've been doing good as of late. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, great point. We can actually move right straight to the next topic, which will be Cena's farewell tour. Where are we at now? Like 17 dates left? 16 dates now? And we're in June.
Yeah, like 17 dates. So I realized, like, okay, like his last match might be in December, but he's probably, because right now he's kind of burning through them on just these like SmackDown and Raw dates. Like I thought he was gonna just do a lot more PLEs,
right?
But he's doing like SmackDowns after SmackDown, and it's like, oh, okay. Half these days he's not even wrestling. I thought he was gonna wrestle more,
right?
But no, he's just showing up.
Yeah, like we're very close to having insufficient funds with this farewell tour. So I'm of the opinion that he's gonna be dropping this title actually sooner than later. Yeah.
So,
but
because I imagine he's probably going. Let's see, he's gonna be in Perth in October because that's what they've been advertising. I'm thinking he might not have the title in October.
Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same. I'm thinking that I'm kind of with you. I think Seth's going to maybe cash in on him, maybe, or Cody's going to take it off of him.
I'm thinking, like you said, I'm thinking maybe it is a Cody SummerSlam thing. But like I said, I got more predictions about that. Maybe it is like a Cody SummerSlam thing where he cashes in on Cody or them both during a match or something like that. Mm-hmm. I don't know
either. If you can see the overlay at the bottom, he got a lot of people on his mind. Jey Uso, the threat.
Like Randy wants a rematch.
Logan might sneak up out of nowhere. We're not sure. But I would assume that a Logan John Cena match would be something that we would see. I'm thinking about matches that we haven't seen yet, and I'm trying to look at this list. LA Knight hasn't happened yet.
I was just about to say he's the one on the this overlay here that I'm like they're gonna do something with LA Knight.
Yeah, I think this is the match they gotta have.
They've been teasing him a title shot too long.
Yeah.
So
that's the match I want to see.
I was gonna also say now he's also mixing it up with like Seth and his guys.
Oh yeah.
So they got a lot of like intertwining shit right now.
Yeah, a lot of degrees. 7 degrees of John Cena.
So
R-Truth.
But I wonder who that last match will be with.
Right. The final boss. They referenced him twice.
We'll see if Rock come back because like it's in December. It's not like it's a WrestleMania.
True. Do you think by the time we get to said last match that John Cena will be back a babyface, or is he going to go out like this? What do you think?
I don't know.
He's been pretty
I was thinking,
despicable. So
he's not gonna just keep shitting on people until his last match. Is he?
I don't know.
But he might.
I figured there'll be some type of redemption story somehow. I don't know how they're going to pull him out of
That's
this,
what I think,
out of this hole. Like he's going deep. He's going deep into it.
But But people aren't even bothered by him. People are booing him and like they've been booing him, but they still cheering him. Like his music hits and the pop is crazy every time. Still,
I am not tired of this run yet. I'm actually quite entertained by it.
I still think his reasoning is bad.
Yeah,
but he's doing great.
He's doing great.
He's doing great. For me, he's just talking the wrong type of shit.
Yeah. I mean, I like the promo he did last night, talking about how he calculated this whole thing, which we kind of alluded to before Elimination Chamber even happened, right? The genius that he proclaims himself to be. I kind of like that. I think had he not shat all over the fans and the kids, the redemption arc would be a lot easier to pull off. But as you mentioned, these fans don't give a fuck. They'll cheer him as soon as he does it. The question is, who is he going to have to beat up to make that work? And I think I'm looking at a Logan Paul. That might be the guy that can turn things around, or Seth Rollins.
Not the last match, but just the turnaround. You're right. Yeah, Seth Rollins would be a big one.
Yeah, some dastardly heel is going to have to out-heel John Cena to make him turn around and turn things around.
I feel like that'll be Logan Paul.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul is so hateable.
Yeah, he's so hateable. But I'm a fan of Logan. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Hey,
every time this nigga's on the screen, he is entertaining.
Yeah,
the way he talks.
Ain't that some shit?
Fucking moonsault he did, that springboard moonsault on the J.
That was ridiculous, bro.
Fucking ridiculous.
That was crazy.
So crazy.
That was so crazy.
And I was just like, this dude is athletic as hell. Then I like the theme music. I'm so humble.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah. Because he's anything but.
Right.
But
I can't see him ever. I mean, never say never in WWE, but I just cannot see this dude ever turning babyface. I just don't see it.
I mean, maybe one day if he puts in enough work, like in the ring where wrestling fans actually start time to be like, we kind of respect what you do.
Right.
I think he can probably actually win people over. But it would take I mean, he's on the right track as far as like quality of work. He never disappoints.
No. His track record is pretty impeccable at this moment.
I mean, you still see him fuck up. Like I still see him fuck up in the ring a lot, but he still does some incredible shit that I'd be like, all right, well,
he makes up for it. He definitely makes up for it. I mean, the dude had an exciting match with Roman Reigns years ago at that Crown Jewel, and I was like, what?
This was like his fourth match.
Right.
And I was like, is he really gonna do this? And then I was just like, this shit was amazing.
Right. It's at the point now.
That's the frog splash with the camera, right?
No, he didn't have the camera on that one, I don't think.
Did he get a camera phone to do a frog splash that match? Maybe not that match, but either way.
I know he's done the camera thing a few times. Which, by the way, that was like
that fucking, and then the fucking stunt with the drone camera this time, the superplex.
That was amazing.
And then the Shane landed on. I was like, that is fucking awesome.
That was amazing.
Awesome.
I think had they had the other camera already queued up, just to at least cut the Jay doing the I wish I could have figured out a way for like when he fell to be able to twist the drone to see Jay coming at him.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that would have been the best. But even just being surprised by Jay's landing was fantastic.
It was still amazing. Yeah, no doubt whatsoever. Yeah, Logan. So when is that title run happening? 2025.
Logan's.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
He's gonna be one to have it a while too.
You think so?
Yeah, because WWE ain't saying no to no money, and they see the money in him.
Oh yeah.
They just know they're gonna get a backlash from like the wrestling purist fans.
Right.
But they don't care.
They don't.
The Logan Paul fans gonna be there, and yeah, that's money.
Yeah, that's definitely money. Him having a heel run as the champ. I assume he won't go for the big one though. I think he'll probably get
the world title.
Yeah.
But don't be surprised, man. WWE so corporate now? I wouldn't be surprised if he get the big one. I wouldn't be surprised. Definitely the world. He's definitely getting the world.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised with the big one.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he'll be a Royal Rumble winner.
He's also going to be, I think he's going to be a WrestleMania like main eventer.
I see that happening. So he's so young. Like it can definitely happen. I would see, if it's going to happen, I would see it in the next 4 to 5 years for sure. At least the WrestleMania main event piece. The top card is stacked. If you just look at this overlay, like this is still like, this isn't even everybody. Like
Drew McIntyre is not up there.
Yeah, Drew, Damian Priest, the current champ Gunther. Like, nice problem to have, if you will. And we'll talk about...
that's a good last match for John Cena.
Gunther. There you go. And maybe John Cena takes that title. So that way he can say he's the Grand Slam champion. He's had every belt. Although I don't recall him having an IC title run. I'm going to assume that he has that one. I just can't remember when it was.
I don't know. Yeah, because he was the U.S. champ a bunch. Right. I'm like, now I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look that up. I'm curious to know, is he a Grand Slam champion?
That's so interesting.
The Never See 17. I'm gonna do it at the same time. No, according to Google's AI, it says he has never won that championship.
Yeah.
So he can.
So he doesn't even have it. So we're not worried about him being a Grand Slam champion.
Nope.
Then
nope. He can just be the Never See 17. Never seen 17, right? It's a scene. Never seen
17.
Yeah. I actually like that tagline. So what did you think? And we were both watching Money in the Bank. And I was joking with this on Gold when we did the show this past Tuesday on how we had recorded last Tuesday, the Tuesday before, right after R-Truth announced his release. So we did our usual recap of Raw and whatever. And we did a segment about R-Truth. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to drop this on Friday. I uploaded on Friday, and this motherfucker is back on Saturday. So much for trying to schedule out content. That shit did not work. But I digress. I was with you at your crib watching Money in the Bank, and I was happy as hell to see him come back. So being that he actually came back, attacked Cena, that made sense. But if they knew that was going to happen, I guess they didn't know. But if they did know, let's just assume that it was a work, although he says it wasn't. But let's assume if it was a work, John Cena could have got more heat saying, yo, I'm the one who got R-Truth fired or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Just to get more heat. Because the We Want Truth chants were going on all their programming, even NXT, which was pretty fucking cool. But either way, regardless, I'm happy to see R-Truth back. Now, having said that, what do you think about R-Truth coming back and wanting to say, hey, I'm Ron the Truth Killings. He cuts his hair. Now he got the Minoru Suzuki look right now. What are you thinking about this new R-Truth? And do you see legs on this?
I don't know. As much as I like R-Truth, how much do I like? I liked him in the brief funny shit I saw him in.
Right.
Do y'all really want to make him serious?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I really like the funny shit as well. Like that's what made that it broke the monotony of the show to have him come out and just do his innocent character with the Judgment Day and with Miz and everybody else. Like I like that, but I mean, serious R-Truth, we haven't seen it in so long. but he's definitely capable of doing it. He's a great talker.
Yeah. But it's just like, all right, I mean, let's see where it goes. I'm not hating on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just all right, are we gonna really give a fuck in about 2 months? But maybe he's gonna be in, people's minds. Maybe I feel differently.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how I feel about it too. I feel like I'm not the typical WWE audience.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like certain people feel like they love truth more than me. Like they want to see truth more than I want to see truth. So maybe that's what it is. Because me, I'm like, truth can't go like he used to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
He's nice still, but I ain't not trying to watch him in 25-minute matches.
Yeah, I can't really think of a match that he had that has been anywhere longer than your typical television match. I'm used to truth in the small doses that we got him in, and I appreciate said small doses. But also that was for comedic fun, I liked his title run with The Miz when they got back together. I enjoyed them at WrestleMania in that latter match when he was asking for the tag and whatnot, and the Royal Rumble when he was going for the tag. Like, I'm going to miss that.
And he was talking to himself on Raw, so maybe he's still a little off.
Oh, like little
or SmackDown, I mean to say,
like little Jimmy.
But yeah, I don't even know if he was talking to little Jimmy or what. But maybe he's still going in a different direction we ain't picked up on yet. But and it's still kind of funny. But
did you see?
And not saying he has to be funny. I don't want to put him in a box.
Right. I don't want to put him in a box either. But I still want him to be able to like pull that rabbit out of his hat whenever he wants to.
He's always been entertaining. I just want him to stay entertaining.
Yeah. You know what?
Whatever. Like, it's not even like I need him to be like a laugh riot. Just be entertaining.
Well, going by the pop he got with his 2 attacks on Cena, definitely the crowd is still behind him. So I guess WWE just have to figure out the right thing to do with it, Oh, did you see that clip? That clip of R-Truth spazzing out on Bubba Ray Dudley. Have you seen that?
I got to cut to the chase. Your last tweet, what was that all about? You tweeted something to bust it open, starting with "Don't tell me what to do," and I'm not even going to read the rest because there's some expletives in it. So tell me about this tweet.
No, wait a minute. Don't tell me what to do. Hold up. Right. I apologize. Tell everybody I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't.
To remind you, I got to remind you.
I'm deleting it right now. I'm deleting it right now, bro. I don't talk like that.
Well,
maybe he has a selective amnesia, maybe?
Truth.
Well, I mean, R-Truth, I think what you're doing is you're responding to a video from our show with our very own Bully Ray.
When he got away from truth and went to art killings, then he went back to the line of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Once you cut that hair off, I never want to hear the name truth again. Don't remind me of what you are trying to get away from. You cut your hair off in front of the world. You're Ron Killings. End of story. Forget about the tagline about the truth. If this is the serious direction you want to go in, don't remind me of what's in your past.
Who the fuck he talking to?
Get your ass out of here, Jack Perry.
Yo.
I know who I am. I'm protecting him. And see, everybody got somebody that's trying to tell them who the fuck they are. I know who I am. I'm not the nice one. I'm driving now. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. You know you better than anybody else know. And I know me better than anybody else know me too. And they better put some respect on my name, because I am the truth. So help me.
That character right there. If that's what we're about to get.
If that's what he's going for, then I like it.
If that's what we're about to get, then I am totally with it. Just spazzing out A and B personalities. Let's do it. But all right.
Right.
Let me throw this overlay back on and we can move on to the next topic. I talked about this with Gold on our last show. I went on 2 different rants about this, but I want to get your take on the ad attitude era. Because this shit has gotten
Fucking ridiculous.
And what set me over the edge was the fireball ladder.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like, is everything for sale at this point? Like, if we go back to WrestleMania, fucking the War Raiders coming out wearing the Clash of the Castle outfit. Fucking Drew McIntyre is wearing Doom Eternal outfit. Ass everywhere. They got Fatal Fury in the middle of the ring. I ain't played Fatal Fury in 30 years. We got Prime bottles and Slim Jims at the announce desk. Turnbuckle got 7-Eleven.
The Slim Jim table.
The Slim Jim table. In the back, they're talking about Fireball. Gold had brought this up on Sheamus's Celtic Warrior workouts. He was training with Obafemi. He was like, "What's your cheat meal?" And he was like, hamburgers or cheeseburgers and whiskey. And Sheamus was like, what's your favorite whiskey? And he said, Fireball.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
Fireball. It's not even a whiskey. But the point is, it seems as if they're trying to integrate more and more advertisement as if they need those dollars. I think there's other ways to do it. Like just say this match is sponsored by or this show is sponsored by, but like it's very UFC-ish with just advertisement everywhere. And it's starting to get a little obnoxious, but I'm going to shut up and get your take on the whole situation.
It's not starting to get obnoxious. It is obnoxious. It's like, okay, y'all are trying to sell us everything. Every time we fucking turn it on, like there's sponsoring something new. It's annoying. It's like, stop it. We already use these products too. It's like, come on, man. But whatever. But Dom put a video in our group chat where it says, apparently, I don't know if it's true now, but somebody was going over like, they were like, yeah, TKO is like $3 billion in debt. That's why there's so many fucking PLE shows. That's why they selling every fucking thing. I'm like,
really?
I don't know how much I believe that.
Right.
But, because I mean, it's like y'all making money hand over fist. Like before, like how would y'all end up that much in debt? But maybe they are for some reason, but.
Well, that's interesting.
That's hard for me to believe. I just think they're just money hungry. That's
what I was thinking. I was just thinking that they were just being greedy, just like cashing in while they're hot. I don't know if the product is hot enough to support it, support all those advertisements. I just think it's really taken away from time-honored tradition. It's such a hard right that they're going, especially with just with the ring graphics. Like I'm used to them having sponsors for the shows, but the Money in the Bank briefcases by Cash App, you got the Fireball ladder that they had to get the victory on the Fireball ladder.
Like
they're wearing the stuff, they're talking about the stuff backstage. They got they're hyping Netflix comedy specials. The ring is plastered.
It's so like that's why I think Raw is not good right now because it feels like such a fucking advertisement the whole time you watch it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like,
yeah,
man, it does make me think. Like, I don't know. It's just becoming too corporatized. That's all.
Very much so.
Like, man, I didn't realize. Like, I love seeing WWE grow, but I didn't realize how much like growing will also hurt it because it's some product now that. It's barely fun to watch as far as like always being sold something. Like sometimes just like, man, I'm just here to watch wrestling. Like I just want to see wrestling.
Right.
But it's always now it's a whole product. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's not obviously it's not what I grew up watching. And it's like, don't be old. But it's at the same time, it's just like it's nothing sacred.
Right. I mean, there's subtle ways to do it. But they're just being over the top with it, especially with the canvas that they have. You don't, instead of having the WWE logo in the middle, which it should always be, you put Fatal Fury, you put Morgan and Morgan, you put the Elden Ring game in there. Like there's much more real estate around the ring that you could use, or on the floorboards or on the barricades. But the WWE,
that UFC influence. UFC is like, we sell our mat.
100%. It is 100% that UFC influence. Also, I think the number of shows, because UFC, they run so many shows that I can't keep up with them. There might be one this weekend, I don't know. But they are so frequent that I can't keep up with them. But yes, it's definitely out of control. It is ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous.
And I wish they would stop, but they're not going to. I just hope it doesn't get to the point where these guys are walking around. Matter of fact, I believe you said that, walking around like NASCAR would just plaster it all over their bodies.
Monica was like, they gonna start having sponsorship finishers.
Yo.
There goes the Stone Cold Stunner, brought to you by Miller Lite.
That would be crazy.
I'm like, bro, y'all get ridiculous.
All I know is if I'm coming out wearing a Clash at the Castle garb, I want a cut. For real. If I'm wearing a Doom, if my WrestleMania outfit, you think so? You think they might be getting it?
Yeah, if I'm coming out to it with it wearing it, well, I better be, like you said, I better be getting a little extra in my pocket since I'm wearing the shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's where we're getting to. Like, at some point, I think backstage, they're going to have, like, just it blatantly obvious on their T-shirts. Someone's going to be wearing a Slim Jim T-shirt or some shit. It's just, I don't know. I think there's other ways they can do it. How about you just have the superstars be in some of your regular commercials? Pay your usual advertising dollars to be in, just be in a commercial versus the commercial being in our product. And I guess that's what's annoying me the most about it. But
yeah,
once the bell rings, I don't notice it anymore. It's just the fireball ladder was just so.
It was so blatant.
So blatant, yeah.
I rolled my eyes. I remember because I was just talking about it. Like I've been just talking about it all day. Like how I hated like they did the Slim Jim table, and then like you pull out a fireball ladder. I was like, oh my god,
right.
You motherfuckers are the worst.
I know,
the worst.
It's horrible. All right, so
like, and it just makes it like it's to the point too where it's just like. Look, I'm gonna use the bad word. People already know wrestling's fake, right? They know it's scripted. Y'all are not even shying away from it anymore, which is okay. It's like we're all adults. Mm-hmm. It's a product. It's predetermined and whatnot. This is it's designed to entertain. Mm-hmm. Cool, but now it's just like, oh yeah, like you said, the fireball ladder in the middle of a match, and then y'all try to make it. Be like, oh yeah, this is real competition. It's like quit trying to tell me it's real competition then.
Right.
Like either it's competition or everything is like scripted and sold, which it is.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
So it's just like make up your mind as to what you're trying to present to me.
Right, because you want us to suspend our disbelief to enjoy your product, but now you're throwing all this extra shit in our face to kind of further pile on the, for lack of a better term, fakeness.
Right. And then like, it's one of those things just like before I just, I accept that there's ladders and chairs and shit that are under the ring that shouldn't be under the ring. Because why is that shit under the ring to be used, right? Sledgehammers and shit. But if you start telling me, oh, it's the Slim Jim table under the ring, then it's just like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is preposterous.
Fucking ridiculous.
Like you're gonna start putting movie advertising, be like John Wick on the table. It's just like, all right.
Right. I mean, I thought
you're supposed to.
You remember the Mountain Dew, match? It was LA Knight and Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And I thought that's about as far as they would go, and they would never go that route again. But I would argue that now it's much worse. It's like this canvas is for sale. Like S&K, Fatal Fury on the WrestleMania mat. That's preposterous to me. Not saying that I'm pretty sure if they're still making Fatal Fury games, clearly they have an audience. But on the WrestleMania mat,
why y'all selling my mat like that?
Why are you selling the canvas like that? You could have put that graphic anywhere else, but you put it smack dab in the middle of WrestleMania. I'd much rather have Prime in the middle. I didn't even like that when they started doing the Prime thing.
I hated Prime. I don't think but that's just me being old.
Yeah.
But I'm a guy like I like how NFL teams have their mascot in the middle of the field. That's cool. As the NBA has their mascot in the middle, or their logo in the middle of the court.
Makes sense to me.
WWE should have your logo or your show's logo in the middle of the match, but
all the time. On top of that, the logo looks cool in the middle of the match, especially on the blue canvas and the black canvas or charcoal gray canvas. But they want to plaster it with advertisements, so be it. But it's pretty trash.
Get your ass out of here, Jack Perry.
Like, as much as everybody was excited about this Triple H era, he damn sure just, I ain't gonna say he did, but it's damn sure like the worst in terms of like feeling like they sold out and feeling like, okay, y'all are giving me a product more so than y'all. I don't know. It's just worse. It feels gross watching sometimes. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it is. It feels gross.
Yeah.
It's like, why are y'all doing this?
Yeah.
Y'all don't need to do this.
Yeah. Like,
y'all still make a lot of money. Like, y'all don't need to do this.
They don't.
But y'all just want the money.
They don't. They've gone extra corporate. Like, they've jumped off the window, jumped through the window out of a 52-story building. And
I'm sorry. It's one thing that I'm used to seeing it with up and coming sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll see it a lot in like, say it's like
USFL.
Yeah, like some fucking, or like a skateboarding tournament or something. Like there's advertisements everywhere, racing and shit like that. But like WWE, you're already an established product. Y'all don't have to sell the fucking ladder and the briefcase and the mat. Y'all are still gonna make money hand over fist. Like, what are y'all doing with this? I don't know. Like, it just feels extra angry. Like I said, gross. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty.
What do y'all think I am? Y'all think? But I'm an adult. I'm a 40-year-old man that's been watching this since I was a kid. So maybe it's just because it's different. Well, but it just feels.
We're also not
trash.
used to them having, alcohol beverage sponsors to begin with, and now it's your ladder. It's your ladder. It's the whiskey. Cody Rhodes got a whiskey. Rock has a tequila, and
All American beer with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, All American beer with Hulk Hogan. A fucking law firm, Morgan & Morgan. They had the Backlash mat. A law firm. Not even. Did you see?
Morgan, I don't know who they are, where they came from, but they're going crazy right now. They got so many commercials. They're like the largest law firm, and they went national. They're like a national law firm, accident law firm. I'm like, but so that's how they can afford that. But either way, I don't need you in the middle of my mat.
No, it's kind of like we in LA, so we see the Sweet James billboards all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't be surprised, Sweet James end up on the canvas someday. It is pretty trash. I don't know. Just when I think we have all the answers, they change the questions, said Roddy Piper. All in Texas, I'm getting excited, although only 3 matches have been officially announced. And that being Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm, which should be excellent. And I'm loving how Mercedes is coming out and eating dinner ringside. And Toni Storm's going over there and eating her food. But Toni Storm is wrestling a lot. I need her to slow down a little bit. I don't want you getting hurt before this match. But that's going to be a classic.
I was wondering why she was wrestling so much, and like Mercedes, you still have a TBS title that you should act like you still care about, like defend it.
Right.
But she is defending it in Mexico this week.
Yeah.
Or is she wrestling for maybe it's a title match? I know the CMLL women's title is on the line in this match in Mexico as well. So either way, she's going to wrestle this week. So I'm wondering what Toni Storm will be doing during her match if she does anything.
Right.
I love how they coming out sniffing each other and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me all that. That's gonna be, because honestly, we've seen the other 2 matches. This is the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that's going to be a show stealer for sure. Kenny Omega versus Okada. This is probably going to be. I like that angle at the contract signing. Although The bleeding up his diverticulitis guts was pretty gross. It's a little bit extra for me, but you know, they
Oh yeah, it was extra. He had that big ass
chunks.
chunk of blood.
Yeah, just like, all right, now this is pretty gross. Like menace to society, blood, gross. But that match itself, and honestly, that match didn't even need that particular angle, but it brought some extra heat to it because I think Okada's going to have his best match in AEW against Kenny Omega because they just had so many classics in the past in Japan. So for the American audience, although they're older now, they know how to tell stories probably even better than they did back then. I like the look of that new unified title, although I do not like the name of it because it doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. But merging these two titles kind of does because the Continental Classic title really didn't mean shit with the exception of just the tournament. It might as well have been like the Owen Hart tournament belt. Whereas the international title, depending on who was holding it, I think Orange Cassidy was the one who brought the most prestige to it.
Made it prestigious.
Right. Mm-hmm. But after Orange Cassidy, after his long run, I think he had like 19, 20, 21 defenses. So he made that belt important and then it started getting passed around hot potatoed until it got back onto Kenny Omega. And then I like the fact that they started to make the...
Well, Ospreay had it a while.
Ospreay had it. The MJF had it for a cup of coffee. But neither one of their reigns were as long or good as Orange Cassidy. I like that Kenny Omega had it and they changed the format. Well, I don't know if they changed the format, but they had it to where the bouts were all international bouts, the international stars. Mm-hmm. So I did like that. But the Continental Classic, the Continental belt just didn't make, it couldn't find its place in this level of importance. You know, the TBS title, that's the TV title. The International Championship is kind of like their IC title, makes sense to me. Then there's the world title. Just that Continental belt was a little too extra. However, I
would just look at it as a tournament belt. I was like, it's the tournament belt, and then they defend it, and it's supposed to be like no interference. All right, cool. But yeah, they can just merge it with the international title, and the international serves that purpose.
Yeah.
But I don't like the new unified belt.
You don't like the look of it?
Nope.
I think it looks amazing.
I guess I don't like those oval shapes.
Oh, yeah. I got to pull. Yeah. I like it was just nice and shiny. I thought so. First of all, I think the Continental belt looks good as is, and the international belt. They both look good. I think AEW does a great job of having all their belts look nice and crispy. I need to look at the Unified Championship again. Let me pull that up. Yeah, look at that. That looks good to me because it's big. See it like. Oh,
it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Let me move the overlay so people can see you. You know, that looks good. This looks like something they would have in Japan, to be quite honest with you. But it's decked out with lots of cuts and creases and lots of gold and big side plates. It looks like a promotions world championship. And speaking of that, I'm wondering, they've had their AEW title in a briefcase for damn near a year now. I'm curious to know if they're going to create a new belt or bring the old one back.
Who knows? Just bring it back.
just get it out the briefcase and get it visible again.
Right. Bring it back. What are we doing? Like, at first I thought, I was like, okay, like he's going to have it in there for like a month or two until you get beat. But I'm like, okay, it's literally been like a year.
Right.
I've had this belt in the briefcase.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm still surprised. I'm not mad at Hangman, but I'm still surprised they went Hangman Moxley instead of Ospreay.
Yeah, I don't know what they're waiting on. As actually my next slide is to talk about their three MVPs, their top three players. But before I go over there, Hangman and actually we can talk about Hangman and Moxley next. But Young Bucks versus Swerve and Ospreay, that should be amazing.
Right.
And I think they're going to do it at All In. It makes sense.
They are too.
That should be fantastic.
They're already doing a 10-man on Dynamite. It's going to be
in Mexico?
Yeah, it's going to be the Young Bucks, and is it the Death Riders versus Ospreay, Swerve, and the Ops?
Oh, okay, that makes sense to me. Because I know I was watching. I know they're going to do like a 12-man tag with the Don Callis family, and I believe Brody and the Paragon and Garcia.
Yeah, that's yeah, they are doing that.
It's in Mexico, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah. So they're doing. They're doing the Death Riders and the Young Birds versus Ospreay, Swerve and Ops on Wednesday.
Okay, that should be great. Since they kicked them in the face with tags, maybe they'll have like a hardcore tag or something like that. I can't see them just exchanging holds after being kicked in the face with a thumbtack shoe.
Yeah, and then Mercedes match is a CMLL World Women's Championship. So it's not even her TBS title on the line. Ooh, so I imagine Mercedes is going to win that too.
Oh, add to the collection?
Yeah, because you're not going to have her take a loss leading up to her title match at All In.
Do you think that Mercedes is going to get the belt at All In? Do you think she's going to beat Toni?
Yeah, I actually think so. I do. I think she's going to beat Toni Storm. But I would not be surprised if I'm wrong either.
So she'll walk around with the TBS and the world title, which will be, I guess, a first in AEW. So that'd be dope. I mean, I would love to see it. I hope the match is not a one-off, and I hope it turns to a feud. But I guess we'll see. Mm-hmm. It should, either way, it's going to be fantastic. So I'm all with it. I'm all for it. So yeah, All In's going to be great. So actually, let me not do this one yet. Actually, no, let's go ahead and do that one. So I think the AEW product has gotten a lot better because of these three men. I consider these to be their top three stars, at least the most important, who have relevant storylines. And I think the possibility of Hangman and Swerve working together begrudgingly it's just been kind of with Ospreay in the middle. It's been a great storyline. I think this storyline between these three and then the MJF Hurt Syndicate have probably been the two most interesting to me.
I think all that's going to merge as well. Them three basically versus the Hurt Syndicate. That's what I'm seeing coming forward. Like whenever all the dust settles and the belt's finally off Mox, and then MJF going to be trying to get it. But then I don't know. We'll see how it goes because I feel like Bobby is out here going to turn on MJF when the time is right. Like they got a lot of stuff going on that they're working with, and like you said, these three are phenomenal. That's why I'm like, they're just like Ospreay is legit, probably the best wrestler in the world.
I agree.
Swerve is my favorite,
one of a kind.
Even though I don't necessarily think like, yeah, as much as I love Swerve, I do think Ospreay is slightly better than him.
Yeah.
At least right now. And then Hangman is just fantastic as well.
Yeah, just all around greatness.
Yeah.
Like these three are just, they are holding the company on their back. I mean, Darby will be back soon. Darby will be back at some point, but he's still not, he ain't with these guys at the moment. Although I always thought that Darby Allin was going to be the person to come back and take the belt off of Mox. That has not been the case.
It still could be technically because Hangman ain't necessarily gonna win, but I think he is.
Because you would think that the heart and soul of AEW, whoever's going to take the belt off of Moxley would have been an AEW original, which would be Hangman. But I would be very disappointed if Hangman did not win that match. But I totally think he's going to.
Especially with him winning the Owen and shit. Like, yeah. This is his redemption. Right. So, but I'm just saying, AEW surprised me before, so I wouldn't be necessarily that surprised.
So what I'm thinking possibly is that Hangman wins with the help of Swerve and Will Ospreay, like fighting off the rest of the Death Riders. But I don't know if that Hangman and Swerve tag team match is going to happen anytime soon. But if it does, but then you mentioned that really, you mentioned something I didn't even think about. MJF's been trying to get his big, beautiful belt back. MJF's obsession with getting this belt back. Every time he talks about that belt, you can see Bobby Lashley in the background kind of like making some faces, if you notice in the promos, right? But then,
I've noticed.
Yeah, but that could be very interesting. Now that you mentioned it, I didn't even think about that. Because at some point, MJF is waiting. He's waiting his turn. And if his wish comes true, the Hurt Syndicate are going to be the ones to help him get that title back, if he gets it back. But right now, the focus is getting it out the briefcase and back into AEW, which and I hope
because I also could see. Oh, because I was about to say if they have this going away, I see it happening. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they go as far as like maybe Swerve and Ospreay getting the tag titles off of them.
Oh,
like they're gonna mingle. I think they're gonna be mingling by the end of the year.
By the end of the year?
Yeah, them three and these three.
That'd be good. That'd be fun.
But I don't know where that leads the Death Riders but yeah, I think I don't know, but yeah, the point was how special these guys have been.
Three.
And these,
they are
Swerve
holding.
is doing stuff every match, and I'll be like, this motherfucker's different.
Yeah, Swerve is always on point. Ospreay is always on point, and Hangman is always on point. These guys, they're just very, very special. Tony Khan, lock these guys in. Do not let these guys escape your clutches.
I always used to say I would love to see some of these big stars, including these three, go to WWE just to see how they're presented, what they could possibly turn into.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said before, they're such a fucking corporate factory now that I'm like, stay where you are, man. Fuck, I don't gotta go over there. I mean, I want to see them all at the biggest stage. I want to see them all at WrestleMania, but I don't necessarily want to see them in that wheel that is WWE.
Yeah, and also their wrestling styles will have to be tamed down quite a bit. I'm sure they can all adjust, and it'll probably be good for their overall longevity. But Will Ospreay likes having the crazy matches that he has and working at the pace that he does. And so does Swerve. I think Hangman will go adapt to WWE style pretty well. He's probably like he's an all-arounder like a Seth Rollins. He can pretty much do everything, right? So I can see Hangman definitely on some WrestleMania level shit. But they're still young, all in their, early to mid 30s. So who's to say? But AEW still, with having these three holding it down, they still got to work on building up some new talent to carry them into the future. And there's only so much room on the card. Hey, have you? I've enjoyed the 4-hour episodes these past couple weeks, but I'm a sicko. So has it been tiring or exhausting for you to have it all in one show? I mean, I don't even watch it all at one time anyway. But I fast forward through most Collision.
Mm-hmm. So like Collision usually be like, I don't know, Beast Mortals versus Josh Alexander or some shit. So I'm like, I don't care. Right. And don't get me wrong, and I like both wrestlers as wrestlers, but they let's
get to the finish.
They just have matches. And it's like, all right.
Right.
There's no real, like, that's what they do. It does feel like when WWE have matches, there are stakes, regardless of how real the stakes are. They feel like they're stakes. And like on Collision, it's just like, well, what are y'all wrestling for? I just want to get your thoughts on WWE purposely trying to counter-program AEW pay-per-views. And I don't know why they think, for some reason, they did not win the Wednesday Night War to begin with. So I don't know why they keep thinking they can put, like, NXT is going to make a dent at all. Especially since it's on demand. You know what I mean? Right. So I think they're just being dumb. Right. Like, I feel like AEW All In is going to win that day. Yeah. Like, you are going to pull some viewers. Right. But honestly, if people are watching the WWE stuff over the All In, that means, to me, you're just a WWE fan. Right. And that's what that is. Right. You don't care about, like, AEW. You don't watch AEW anyway. Correct. Because if you watch both like I do, you're watching All In.
100%.
Especially since, like you said, you can go straight to fucking Peacock because you probably own it if you're a WWE fan.
Right.
You're going straight to Peacock and watching all this shit later anyway.
Exactly. It's just like it's not hurting anyone except maybe public perception, because most of the sickos who watch AEW, I would say the crossover audience is the majority. They probably watch both, and like we watch both. I just happen to know if I'm paying for a pay-per-view, I'm going to watch the pay-per-view.
You're going to watch that live.
Right.
Yeah,
right. I'm watching that live. NXT, they got great superstars, but they're not going to give me the wrestling that I'm going to get from an AEW pay-per-view. They never go wrong. On top of that, those who are going to order the pay-per-view are not going to be deterred. Those who already know they're going to get it, they're going to get it. They're not going to hurt that buy rate whatsoever. And AEW had moved their show from the evening to the afternoon just because WWE had placed Saturday night's main event that same night. And I assume if they're going to load that show up with a Goldberg, Gunther, or whatever, nothing major happens. No major title changes or things happen on Saturday night's main event. So I don't think that would have hurt it either.
They've never made Saturday night's main event feel must see.
Right. It's an extension of the weekly TV. I mean, it's like a PLE light, diet PLE. I enjoy the show, but again, counter programming ain't going to do much to deter me whatsoever. So I'll be watching that all on Sunday, most likely.
And I think they're just being petty. I'm like, that's just petty. Yeah, y'all don't have to.
It's unnecessary. Like if you're trying to,
it's like y'all are winning. Relax.
Right. You're the number one promotion. So like, what's the point? That's not going to change. Like AEW is a major promotion, but still a distant number two from the kings of sports entertainment. Like, enjoy your crown, sit on it, and let the business continue to flourish. This is how you're going to get your next crop of talent in the future. You know what I mean? You need competition to be better. And I think it seems as if they're getting too comfortable. That's what I would probably say. Yeah, WWE is getting comfortable, getting very comfortable. And that's how WCW snuck up on them in the past. But
it's one of those things. It's just like, I don't think WWE's ever going to they're not going to get smaller or anything like that. I don't think they really got to worry about that. But I wonder what's going to happen when the casuals get bored.
Right.
Because it happens all the time. Like WWE always gets hot, but then there's comes that time when the casuals get bored.
Right.
And then they fall off. But you hear about people, I used to watch wrestling. You hear people say that all the time. I used to watch wrestling when such and such was it. People are going to be like, yeah, I used to watch wrestling with Cody and Roman Reigns and all that. People are going to start doing that and saying that.
Right.
Whatever. Because Roman Reigns is already on his way out.
Yep.
So there's that one less casual fan that's like, well, I don't got to watch wrestling to see Roman Reigns. He's not there no more.
Right.
Wait till Cody get a little tired in a couple of years and he's going to be like, I'm going to do less dates.
And by then, Randy will be gone. By then, Randy will be gone.
Right. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, by then, I imagine they'll throw enough money at somebody like Will Ospreay.
Yeah, they'll probably pluck somebody from AEW until some of their homegrown NXT folks is ready to get on that level. But they're going to have some type of ring general to kind of like some type of experienced vet to carry them forward. But wrestling is cyclical, and you're right. That casual fan drop off is for real. I think we both had instances where we didn't watch wrestling for a few years. I think you missed. Which era did you miss? You missed the?
I basically missed the John Cena prime.
Okay, so you missed a lot of the Ruth and
John Cena, CM Punk, their prime.
Okay, yeah.
Even though I was keeping up with it, I wasn't watching.
Right. Yeah, and that happens a lot. Can't talk. It happens a lot. But we'll see. Either way, we'll be watching We'll be watching All In, enjoying the hell out of it. It's going to be a great weekend of wrestling. But if WWE wants to make a major dent, you better have some big shit happen, like some major news happen, like all the titles on the line. Otherwise, you're not gonna hurt AEW at all. But other than that, that is the show.
Before I go, then I'll just say it before my internet goes too. I do plan to stream going forward on probably Saturday nights.
Nice.
Twitch twitch.tv/Nick Atrocious. If you follow me on socials, same name on Twitch.
There we go.
Right now, you're checking out the SOP.
Hip hop and wrestling.